What is up, Prealgebra? This is lesson 98. Our objective is, what is the difference between relations and functions? Well, relation is a pairing of two sets of information. So like your name in the phone book to your number. It pairs your name with your number. Your age, the number of cars you own. An item can associated with its price. Those are all relations. And then relations can be described in set notation using like ordered pairs, in tables, with equations, with graphs, with mappings like this down here. And functions is a relation that pairs a unique output with each input, meaning every input only has one output. And so if this red circle were relations, this blue circle would be inside there, which would be functions. Because all functions are relations, however, you can find relations that are not functions. So for example, here's an example of a function. Here's some inputs, here's some outputs. Notice this input goes to 4, always. 1 always goes to 4, 2 always goes to 4, and 3 always goes to 5. So this is a function. Whereas this one is not a function because A always goes to G and C always goes to F. However, B sometimes goes to D and sometimes goes to E. So this is not a function, however this is a relation. So one way to check to see if it is a function is to do what we call a vertical line test. So a vertical line test is whenever you draw vertical lines, and if your vertical lines touch the graph only at one place, then it is a function. If it touches at more than one place, then we say it's not a function. So let's try just drawing some vertical lines on each of these graphs. So notice as I draw those, each line is only touching at one place. So this, I would say, function. Same thing here, so I'm drawing vertical lines. Notice that each line is only touching at one place. So again, I would say function. But here, as I draw vertical lines, notice that any given line, or any single line, touches at two places, up here and down here, up here and down here. So this one is not a function. This one, as I draw my vertical lines, it's touching only in one place, so I'm going to say function. Here looks like I'm doing pretty good, just touching at one place. However, notice right here it actually touches at two places. Here it touches at 3 places. And then back out here it goes back to just touching it once. But because I have 1 or 2 lines that touch it more than one place, I'm going to say not a function. Vertical lines here, notice they're only touching at 1, so I'm going to say function. Here, notice that I draw vertical lines, it's not touching anywhere except for this one line that I draw right here. And notice it's touching at actually infinitely many places. So then this one I would say is not a function. But on H here, as I'm drawing vertical lines here, it's only touching at one place, so I'm going to say function. Alright, now the other way we can look at them is with tables, and it's just asking, are these functions? So notice here, these are like my inputs, my 0, 1, 2, 3, and these are my outputs, 0, 7, 14, 21. So notice 0 is always paired with 0. Nowhere else is 0 paired with a different number. 1 is only paired with 7, 2 is only paired with 14, 3 is only paired with 21. So notice that each of these only pair up with one unique number. Therefore, this is a function. Looking at part B, 4 goes with 50, but 4 also goes with 60. That one, see, 4 goes with 50 and 4 goes with 60. So if I use an input of 4, would I be getting an output of 50 or 60? Well, I don't know. It depends on which 4 I'm using. Likewise, with this 10, sometimes it gives me 20, sometimes it gives me 25. The 12 and the 6 are just fine, but the 10s and the 4s have 2 different ones that it pairs up with. So this one I would say is not a function. Alright, your homework is on page 654. You're going to do the lesson practice. It's just 4 of those. You're going to do all of them from that lesson that are 98s, all of them that are 93s, and then 8 more of your choice. Good luck, guys.